How's it going, everybody? It's Craig Bush Rocks. Welcome to my channel. Well, today we lost a legend, a good singer. Been in games, movies, everything you think of. I mean, TV shows, everything. And a couple weeks ago, around that time, he had his last show. I guess it's like the farewell tour and stuff like that. But either way, it's his last show. Playing with Black Sabbath, and we lost Ozzie Osborne December 3rd, 1948, July 22nd, 2025, 76 years old. Wow. This Ozzie had a great legacy behind all the controversies, everything he's been through and stuff like that. And I would say I was surprised he died already, but I'm not surprised. Parkinson's disease. He's looking pretty rough even during the concert and stuff like that. But man, some of the stuff that he's done in the past, we'll talk about it and stuff like that. My first introduction to Ozzie was back in the early days and stuff like that. I remember the videos like No More Tears and stuff like that. And I didn't buy every single CD of his, but man, I sure liked Ozzie because he was a fun guy to listen to and watch and stuff like that. And I just got a couple of things just to demonstrate. Yeah, I got a few things with Ozzie in it, and movies and stuff, and one of my favorite movies he was in and stuff. Yeah, it's just remembering Ozzie and stuff. And I've been watching the Osbournes on YouTube every once in a while. They'll pop up and stuff like that on YouTube, and they'll have Ozzie on there talking. This is probably about a year ago, and if you get a chance to just look up the Osbournes on YouTube, you'll find it on there, and you can check out some videos with him. Stuff like that if you didn't know already. But yeah, we'll talk about one of the movies that I like that he was in. He was the preacher in this movie, and that was Trick or Treat. That was great when I remember watching that, and I got excited when I seen Ozzie in there being the preacher. I was like, oh, check it out, hey, it's Ozzie, he's in a movie. And being a kid at the time, when this movie first came out, and noticing that, yeah, it was great just to see him in a movie like this and stuff like that. It was fun. But then he was in a movie like Little Nicky and stuff like that, and as himself, there's all kinds of stuff that he was in. But I pulled out one of the CDs that I have of his. I couldn't find my one with No More Tears and stuff like that, but I got my Down to Earth. So I'm bound to have something with Ozzie in my collection, stuff like that. I know I got a good Black Sabbath collection because I was collecting them and stuff like that. I had to pull them out, and we'll talk about that sometime. But I wanted to pull at least one CD out and look at it and check it out, because he's made music for a long time. I've never got to see Ozzie in concert, but I wasn't like the biggest fan of the music at the time and stuff like that, but I appreciate it and I like it. Just my playlist has got Ozzie on it and stuff like that. Like I said, No More Tears was my first major introduction somewhat. I already knew who Ozzie was and stuff like that from Black Sabbath and things like that, and Blizzard of Oz and stuff. I know I got a vinyl of Master of Reality somewhere in my vinyl collection. But yeah, I picked this up when it first came out. I think I picked up day one. It's got videos on there with Randy Rhoads. But yeah, it's cool to see this one. But he was also in games. I talked about those underrated games a few videos ago about Brutal Legends, that he was in this game. It's got two legends in this game that we lost. We got Ozzie, then we got Lemmy Kilmister. So that's sad, to think about. Ozzie, it kind of bums me out because I did like Ozzie as all the years gone on and stuff like that. Watching the Osbournes even on MTV is like one of the few shows I would watch, and that was one of the shows I watched and stuff like that. I think it was on MTV, but I did watch it. I remember the scene where there was bubbles popping up on the stage and I'm the Prince of Darkness and stuff like that, and going off about bubbles on the stage. But yeah, I found out he was in Guitar Hero World Tour. I guess you got some songs on there. I guess he's in the game and stuff like that. And I never played this one, but it would be kind of cool to play that. But yeah, Ozzie Osborne, 76 years old. He lived a fun and rough life because yeah, some of the stories I hear about him peeing on the Alamo and stuff like that, and just you always hear things and stuff like that. Of course, him biting the head off a bat. Yeah, it was just great just to hear the stories and stuff like that of Ozzie Osbourne. You know, when I used to pick up metal magazines and stuff like that and go read through it and stuff, it was great. But like I said, I didn't become a good fan of his until like later on in his life and stuff like that. But man, what a legacy he put on and stuff like that. Man, he was awesome. That last show that he did, awesome. I know they got a DVD or a Blu-ray out of that coming out, or it's already out. Definitely gonna pick that up because I want to watch the whole thing and stuff like that, and just to see Ozzy with Black Sabbath again, that would be great. I'm gonna make sure I get my playlist updated tonight, and just in memory of him, have some some Black Sabbath and some Ozzy, just kind of jam out a little bit. It's gonna be nice. I'm just gonna sit there and jam out and just have it on repeat, because it's a big loss for the music industry. We're all gonna miss him. I mean, it don't matter what, if we're in a Christian industry or any kind of industry. Well, this guy was a big impact on music and everything around it and stuff like that. He was an awesome person. I mean, yeah, he's gonna be missed. But yeah, I would say if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. But let's pay some respect for Ozzy. Rest in peace there, brother. 76 years old. Wow. All right, see ya. Bye.